Alright, welcome back to part 5 of my playthrough through Fear and Hunger 2 Termina. I'm sorry that the ending of the last episode was kind of rushed. I had some things come up that I had to do. But yeah, let's continue where we left off. I wonder what those are. And I wonder if I'm able to kill them. Okay. No distinct head 2 shut off. Okay. The department store. Screams of torment echo from the heights above. The store offers at least some sort of normalcy. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to go up. Yep, I hear it too. Hard not to. Be prepared. This can't be anything good. You take the chainmail dress. Vertigo distorts the view of the lower rooms. You feel dizzy. Oh my. There are screams. It really gets under your skin, alright? Are these screams of agony or pleasure? Marco is left speechless. Okay, so that doesn't change once you go up. The dried man is holding up something tightly in his fist. The dried man looks dead. He's not breathing and it looks almost mummified for whatever reason. You find the leechmonger ring. A hefty ring forged by the hermit mages of the south, who dedicated their lives to the god of the depths hundreds of years ago. The mages were able to infuse the ring with life-draining magic. Let's give the magic head to Merida. A quiet howl of wind gently embraces the ruins of the city. A smell of old spices and incense fills the dusty air. Hey, keep your dirty paws off my plants. Dr. Keffer. What's your name, lass? Abella. Fuck you, Abella. Now that the introductions are out of the way. What do you want, stranger? 97 shillings is what you got. What do you want to buy? Let's buy a small things amulet. And let's buy some tobacco. We're done here. Thank you for nothing. Get that agility up a little bit. The sign says no entry, staff only. The atmosphere became heavy all of a sudden. The shelves are full of supposed occult items. Many of them look fraud to you, though. Skin Bible, the chapter of the God of Fear and Hunger. The God of Fear and Hunger. There are popular texts that tell stories of a false god and a chosen human joining together in the darkest and wettest of dreams. The forgotten and long dormant god of the depths perished that night. Only an older god never truly perishes. In its stead, the God of Fear and Hunger planted its roots and started to grow her influence on the surface world. The scheming false deity had hoped her daughter would be the light of mankind. Only true darkness does not breed light. The God of Fear and Hunger was a pure child, a blank slated birthed in the darkest pits of human creation. That is where she grew, and that is all she knew. She was the pure representation of fear and hunger, not spoiled by even a glimmer of hope. Mankind had seen its share of stagnation and suffering up to that point. To rise from those perilous pits, growing pains were necessary. Progress comes at a price. Fear motivated people while hunger kept them moving forward. People cherished their hardship and drew inspiration from it. They learned from it. What followed was advancement the mankind had not seen since the forgotten ages. The dark fumes that rise from the pipes of modern cities are direct consequences of this era, an era that came to be known as the Cruel Age. The mark of fear and hunger raises the agility of its wielder. The text includes the sigil of fear and hunger and the instructions on how to use it. Some kind of alchemic furnace. Something has been burned here recently. The smell is that of old exotic spices. Oh, this place. I love it. Glad to see it's still up and running. This is where my extra shillings went when I was just a little girl. Magic. Not a fan. What is this supposed to do? Or that? Marco is awkwardly browsing through the magical items. You didn't go downstairs, did you? There are things that would be best forgotten. Touching and grouping things you don't understand never ends well. Book of Enlightenment. A half-cocooned man swings his mallets furiously. This person has started to cocoon into something. There are severe scorchings around his body, and the growth has become thick with a shell-like crust in some parts. It looks like his metamorphosis is only halfway done, and there is no telling how he could have ended up in this if he kept going. Only piercing and otherworldly attacks seem to penetrate the shell. Anyone home? It's hard to tell which indoors are the safe ones. Marco is looking grim for some reason. We've gone a while without saving, so let's do so. A mysterious ancient book radiating warm light. It's said to be written by the monks beyond the eastern sanctuaries. The book radiates light in every color of the spectrum. You feel like your journey has just begun, as if your existence since this very moment has been like watching someone else entirely. You feel a perspective shift in your surroundings, as if everything was to shrink, or perhaps you were to ascend higher. You gain a better understanding of yourself. The link between your mind and body has started its deterioration. You feel closer to enlightenment. As you finish reading the book, it crumbles into dust before your very eyes. Oh my god, that scared the ever-living hell out of me. You could unlock the gates from this side. And the mob? Holy shit! That is a terrible timing. Wow. That is unbelievably terribly timing. unfortunate. What a way to start the save. I don't have any arms now. It ain't looking too good. Damn, Bella. Even with no arms, I critical hit him. I can't believe I got jumped by the death mask and the mob in the same exact alleyway. That's like so unlucky. That's never happened to me before. That was actually wild. A burial mask used in old Bohemia. The mask is designed so that the death gurgle of its wearer sounds like a more laughter of joy. Because of its connection to death, the mask has otherworldly properties. Missed. God damn it. bunch of heads now. Oh, what are you doing here? Why again are we walking through this piss and poo? I can't stop to chat. The smell catches up even if we stop for a second. It's not so bad anymore. I'm kind of getting used to it. Well, you're a stronger man than me, Marco. With that out of the way, we have affinity, hopefully, and not to mention the Fear and Hunger one will increase our agility. I'm not actually quite sure what the other ones do, but I just kind of did it anyway. They're not, like, entirely game-changing, so it's not really, like, that problematic if you do one that doesn't really make sense. come on. Do you really have to be in the way? I want to grow my arms back so I can face the mob. And there is actually an older god sigil in the mayor's house, from what I remember, so... There we go. Much better. Now let's equip the pipe wrench. Now it is time to fight the mob. Well, not entirely yet, actually. There is something that I still want to do. When we went to the first bunker near the beginning, near the train, there were those things that I was avoiding. Their heads may be useful. Another death mask? Jesus. Oh shit, why did I... Uh-oh. Yeah, this is not good. I hope I'm able to run. Oh, thank God. Jesus. I didn't expect a second death mask to show up. That is going to be a problem. You're telling me I don't have... be a problem. Pretty much just gained all of my shotgun bullets back from that death mask. Do I have any bullets in my rifle? I do. You find a rust-colored pearl. How did I miss that? That was a spectacular fail. Now it's time to fight the mob. I got everything I wanted done there. The poignant rooftops of Preville rise above you. Great. Narrow back alleys. Are we sure this is the right direction? I'll be your tourist guide today. This is Sylvian Square, the biggest brothel of the town that used to be located here. The church shut it down at the turn of the century. They aimed to control the basic urges of people and wanted no competition. You can thank my father and his iron fist for that. But worry not. The oldest profession in the world is still alive and kicking, even in a godforsaken remote dump like Preville. You'll just have to do some digging to find the Red Lights district. I prefer the open streets. At least we can see what's ahead. The man looks like he's still alive. The crows are feasting on the body. They don't seem to pay any attention to you in the slightest. There is a person tightly wrapped in barbed wire. The barbed wire seems to be coated in some kind of murky liquid. You find a thorned ring. A ring with thorns that emit a steady flow of poison to its wearer. The steady flow makes one immune to more potent toxins. An interesting looking statue. It reads for fertility and prosperity. And here is the mob. Oh, he's still... That's actually kind of hilarious, I'm not gonna lie. I wonder if I can trap another one in a bear trap. Yes. You are assaulted by a mob. Let's go after the gunman. You find a broken bench grinder. Gunpowder. I have a bench grinder. I just need scrap metal and I can make like the most overpowered weapon in the game. But with that out of the way, the mob is dealt with. That was surprisingly easy. The ruination of this area seems somewhat recent. You are a real mess boy, you know that, right? Wait, didn't I kill him? Yeah, in the mayor's manor, I killed him. I'm just doing the world a favor by getting rid of you. Heck, I'm even doing you a favor here. It's like giving you a mercy shot to a wounded mutt. Any final words? Just leave me be. I don't want to fight you. Whew, you don't want to fight, huh? Interrupt the man in the suit. You! Watch it where you stick your nose or you might end up regretting it. Get ready to die, you fucking piece of shit. Absorbed the decrepit soul. Are you okay? Is this a bug? Like, off topic. I think that might be a bug because I killed him in the mayor's manor. And it wasn't what else I thought it would be. We'll find out what I mean later, but that is quite a fantastic bug, to say the least. I barely recognize these streets. This used to be a business district, I think. At least I used to see lots of suits walking around here. No one's cleaning up any of this. Does that mean the city has been under this plague since the war ended? Sights like these are all too familiar. Oh, hi, Karen. I'm a bit busy here in case you didn't notice. What are you doing here? Photographing. I want to document the events that go down here. There's so much dirt that gets swept up under the rug during wartime. This is a mountain of that. People need to see what is happening here. The Bremen army can't get away with this. You're convinced this is the Bremen's doing? It's a basic match. The Bremen occupies this area after years of war, and only after a few weeks the place looks like this. The city has gone haywire, with its residents suffering from symptoms never seen before. The Bremen has a role in this for sure. I'm still trying to piece the whole picture together, though. An eerie silence fills the news agency. The shelves are filled with archived documents. However, nothing catches your attention. I'm not sure which one is safer, indoors or outdoors. Outside, we can be ambushed from pretty much any direction, but inside, we have no idea what's hiding in the darkness. Not to mention, these buildings look like they could collapse on us at any minute now. All of these buildings are starting to look the same after a while. This is the news agency? So, paper pushers, huh? They say a pen is mightier than a knuckle, but I bet the person who wrote that always say a letter sending distance from their enemies. You take the eyeglasses. It's quiet. Oh, hi again. She left something. You find a one-winged necklace. A necklace in the shape of a wing of a butterfly. There is a carving on the other side. You cannot have something new before you rip a wing of a butterfly and sacrifice something in return. I barely recognize these streets. Okay, yeah, that's the same thing. Hey, don't just stand there. Can't you see I'm taking a photo? Oh, sorry about that. Anything useful here? Pretty much just clearing out all of Preheville, just killing everything I see. Better than to leave them roaming around. Wait. An eerie silence fills the air, devoid of life. We killed Olivia. Or, we didn't kill her. She was killed by Osa. So why is she in the forest, running, when her legs aren't working? Oh, hi. What are you doing here? I just got bored just sitting inside. The forest bed already looked fascinating to me yesterday. I just had to inspect it closer. I'm a botanist, you see. A botanist, you see? I'm a botanist, you see. I have a condition, you see. There's something obviously wrong with her. Where are the others? Well, most people already left for the city. Because I have a condition, you see. I'm a botanist. There's definitely something up. You saw her die with your own eyes. Want me to scratch your eyes out? This is a doppelganger. This place is called the Maiden Woods. Can you guess where the name comes from? Yep, you probably guessed it. They used to sacrifice temple maidens here to appease the gods. The weather never gets better here now, does it? It's a bit of a buzzkill if I'm completely honest. Marco is cautiously approaching a bush Nothing. Could have sworn... We better be cautious. There's something stalking us. Boy, do I hate camping. If you like it, that's all fine, of course. We can be different. I've done enough camping for one lifetime. Back when traveling with my parents, we often slept by the forest edges. My parents weren't really malleable to city life, and they rather took refuge in nature. I always associate tents with Vatican slums instead of camping in the wild. Funny. I don't know what's going on with these visual bugs, but they're really annoying. An owl cultist follows your every move, cautiously. The creature seems to be gripping tightly onto something. You find 2 cloth fragments. The wood and the branches are all burnt, only charcoal remains. It looks like someone has kept a camp here recently. Oh, another one. A lucky coin. This place. I need to do something. You'll find me behind the bar counter. A nightclub. This brings back memories. I'll take a small break if that's okay. This place is my mood. You'll find me at the bar counter. What's on your mind? Nothing much? Clearly there's something. Just thinking about how everything in my life led me to this point where I stand in an abandoned nightclub in the middle of a monster-filled city. Why not take a seat and relax? Oh, I guess I'm just too used to standing near the entrance when it comes to bars and nightclubs. I've worked as a bouncer at a handful of bars and joints. Habits die hard, like they say. Sounds like honest work. Maybe, but it can lead to roads that are not so honest very easily. Hey, Tapster, a drink, please. How old even are you? I'm 18. Got an ID? No, not really. You'll have to just take my word for it. I don't want your words. I want those words written on a passport or driver's license. Are you kidding me? The whole town is abandoned. If I buy a bottle of alcohol from a trash can, it's okay, but when I want to drink in a bar, it's not? Yep, you got it right. I do have some milk if you wanted it. I'm disappointed in the service. To whom can I leave complaints? I can take the complaints. I'm trying to further develop the bar, so all constructive criticism is welcome. Maybe I can come up with a non-alcoholic drink next time. Maybe I should just go scour the trash cans instead. Sounds like a solid plan. Looks like I'm a bartender for today. What would you like to have? How are you doing? To be frank, that sigil has occupied my thoughts for the most part. That ritual. Maybe it is a real connection to the events happening in this town, too. I just need answers. I know this bar doesn't really give me any of them, but I decided to wait and see what happens. Whatever this festival of Termina is, it is clearly progressing towards something after all. I could use a drink, so what shall it be? A glass of whiskey, coming right up. Here you go. A glass of old Vinland whiskey. Even before sipping from the finely decorated glass, the rich and deep aroma fills your nostrils. You wait for a brief second before taking the first sip. The whiskey gives you a small burning sensation on its way down, but still, you savor the taste for as long as it lingers on the tip of your tongue. A deep warmth fills your insides long after the glass is empty. You finish the drink. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Just enjoying the lousy service here. I remember hearing about this place when I was just a kid. Not that my parents would ever hang in a place like this. Bars stray devotees from the path of misery and guilt. God help people actually enjoy their life. My parents worked at a church, in other words. They are big on worshipping Almer, or they were at least. Are your parents in town? My mother has deceased, but maybe my father is still around. Are you as religious? In my own way, I am. It comes pretty naturally with my line of studies. You can't really be a non-believer when you're studying occultism. Let's draw the sigil of fear and hunger. Your affinity with the god of fear and hunger has increased. The statue of fear and hunger stands before you. The statue cracked. And with that, that will conclude part 5, I believe this is, of my Abella playthrough through Fear and Hunger Termina. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.